Hey guys, Jim here. I wanted to give a recap of my first day of CES. I don't think I'll do a video every single day of CES. There's gonna be too much content, and probably too much of the same content. But I wanted to talk about kind of my whole experience leading up to the event, at the event, and everything I saw so far. So sit back and relax. This is a little different than my normal videos because it's more of like a vlog type, but I've never been to Vegas before. This is my first time going to Vegas. So everything going down the Sunset Strip and just seeing everything, just all the different buildings and the guy dressed up like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch spewing like satanic things on the side of the street and the showgirls and the lights and the spectacle. It was all new and exciting to me. I had a blast just driving around with the windows down, sunroof down, just like taking it all in. And it was a really great way for me to get introduced to Vegas, which is a city that never sleeps. So our hotel is actually on the Strip, or like right next to it. So I could look out the window and I could see like Circus, and I could see the, I think it's called the Straz or the Strat, like the big Space Needle. I can also see a little bit of the Dome, which is really, really cool. So just fun tech. As an aside, Vegas is the most hostile terrain in the planet. This is from an Orlando native who's gone through more hurricanes than I can count. There is a constant howling, winding gust, like 40 to 50 mile an hour winds constantly. My eyes are bloodshot. My face is all chewed up. It's nasty. Like the windows are rattling right now. You probably can't hear in the video. The windows are rattling in our hotel room right now. This is like mankind should not live in Vegas. That's all I could say. As far as the convention goes, we took the monorail to get there from a different station. Is it the Sahara Hotel? I already forgot the name. But we parked at a hotel. It's the end of the line for the monorail, and then you could take this monorail. It's we got a week pass. It was like $30. Take the monorail basically up and down the entire strip. But one of the stops is at the Las Vegas Convention Center, so we can get off and walk and then get back on, go back to the original hotel, and then go back to our hotel room and get In-N-Out, because In-N-Out Burger, of course, is like the best hamburger on the planet. So two nights been here, 2 nights In-N-Out. Love it. The actual convention itself, it's kind of weird. There are big businesses there, like Panasonic has a booth and Sony has a booth. And by the way, if you haven't seen my Sony video talking about the Last of Us experience, go check it out. I'm not gonna duplicate it here, but by far the coolest thing I saw, no doubt about it. I peaked early. I knew as soon as I saw that nothing would be cooler than that, and nothing has been cooler than that. But a lot of big companies there, but almost like egregiously pushing AI, like in an uncomfortable way. Like, I am not kidding you. I saw AI glasses. I saw AI enhancement in HDR for televisions. I saw AI enhanced music. I saw AI enhanced hearing aids. I saw AI enhanced washing machines. Like anything that a company can throw AI into, they're doing it, and they're somehow making it seem like it's better. It seems like it's an overgrasp of what AI could potentially do for us as like a society. And it's unfortunate because some of the booths, which I feel like could have probably been spent actually promoting more practical things, were so space cadet-y, like out there on AI, that it kind of ruined the vibe. Panasonic's booth comes to mind. I mean, so when you open up the CES app on your phone, it's a Panasonic splash screen. Like, I don't know what they paid for that. But, and then when you go into one of the halls, Panasonic is like the first thing you see. So you kind of think like, okay, they're really hyping up something. No, it was what they called like the AI garden. And the first like 3 rooms you go into of the display are videos talking about the foundation of the company and showing off some of their early tech. And I'm like, people don't care about this. I don't get it. It's like, it's kind of a lost thing. Like, I feel almost the art of like the convention maybe is getting lost by some of these companies. Like, does that make sense? Like, they don't know how to get to the point. And these convention like booth, like Panasonic's booth, Sony's booth, who else did we see? Who's another really big one? like LG, Samsung. I'm not kidding you. To walk through the entire thing probably takes you 5 minutes, just walking, because it's like, you go to the convention, they got those little tiny booths where you could fit like a card table and a chair. Imagine like a 200 by 200 grid of that. So a lot of the stuff that I saw, at least, it like they didn't put the coolest thing up front. Sometimes there was a lot of like fluff. It's like, why even buy this? There was a car company. I can't remember the name of the company. There was a car company that had built a giant like flat surface area with this giant like overhang. Lots of work went into the signage, and they had 2 cars, and that was it. 2 cars, no screens behind them, no computers, no like meeting space, no explanation of the technology. It was literally 2 cars. That was it. It's like, why would you spend all this money to get all this showroom floor and then waste it on that? Why would Panasonic make you walk through a tour of their stuff? Why would Radio Shack have a wall of products for sale that are all like stupid things that you could get like anywhere, like an HDMI splitter, an optical extractor, or like a TRS cable? It was dumb. Like, there was a lot of that. I mean, there was a lot more of that than I thought there should be. And I think because of that, it made the stuff that really blew my mind, like the Last of Us experience. There was some really cool battery technology, these flat batteries. They had different types of generators and solar power, home power systems. That was really, really cool. Obviously, the new television technology, some of the new smart assistant things in your house were cool. But it made those so much cooler when you realize you spend so much time wasting it going through these like dopey exhibits that just, like, who would think that that's enjoyable? Because it wasn't. Then you have the other part of CES, which is all these weird like knockoff companies that want to do business with you. So normally if you go up to a booth, right? So I went up to the LG booth. They had a couple TVs there. They had a new fancy washer and dryer, all that stuff. So I walked up to the TV, and there's usually like 5 or 6 reps there. You can tell them because they're all wearing like some different outfit or something. And stuck my hand out. Hey, I'm Jim. It's my wife Rachel. Explain what we did for our job, because we were there really for work. I said, but as an enthusiast, like, tell me about this product, like, and then I explained what I have. Obviously, I was wearing my Fallout 4 Vault 111 jacket. So I just, by saying like I'm a gamer, most of the exhibitor staff knew, because they were gamers too. So like, okay, like I'm going to talk to you about like refresh rate and latency and VRR and that sort of, like, that's the stuff like gamers would want to hear, right? So went up to the LG thing, and I'm talking to the guy, and they're usually very, very proactive right away. And then at the end, some of them are a little pushy, and they want to scan your badge so they can put you on the wish list, or they'll ask you if you want to fly or whatever. That's not want to say really pushy, but they do want to conclude the meeting with your information to try to solicit you for stuff. You go over to the other section, this one hall where it was all this Chinese knockoff stuff, right? And it was either Chinese or Indian brand. You could just definitely tell by the people working at the booth. And the first thing they would say when you walk up is like, are you a distributor or wholesaler? And it's like, no. And then they don't want to talk to you. So I saw some cool companies. I'm actually going to reach out to one of the companies to see if I can get a demo unit. I might just go back and talk to the woman at the booth, although there was a bit of a language barrier. I asked her a couple of questions that she didn't answer, like, really. So I might need to speak to somebody else, or maybe like written words. Sometimes it's a little easier to translate. Unless I get it, foreign language and stuff. I'm not picking on the lady at all. She was very nice. But they had some cool stuff there, but you don't even feel like they want to talk to you about this stuff. They just want to make a sale, and it kind of just drives you away. So we went into, I think it was the South Hall. It was completely full of all these knockoffs. And we walked in, I think we did 2 laps and left, went up and down 1 or 2 rows and left. We weren't there very long. In contrast, we spent like 8 hours today, or 7 hours today in the Central Hall. We're going to start hitting the North Hall, and then there's also the Veruzian Center. There's another part of the, I don't know, CES is scattered all over the place. It's honestly hard to keep up. I'm glad my wife has been there before, so she could like kind of walk me through it. But Maybe it's the Venetian Center. I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of stuff. So would I recommend it? I'll wrap up with that. Would I recommend CES? Absolutely. If you're like me and you're jonesing for a con, right? You know, BlizzCon is gone. E3 is gone. We have the local MegaCon, which is great. But if you're jonesing for that vibe, I've never been as impressed by the sheer amount of construction and signage and modernization that has gone into the Las Vegas Convention Center for CES. I've never seen anything on that level. The way you get your badge, the way you walk through security, the monorail system, like I said, that you connect through, the way that companies seamlessly are able to show you products and link you to websites that are, you know, like was it one of the tech companies that we went to, right? They had like a little giveaway, and they're like, okay, to get the giveaway, you got to go like take a picture of like 5 of these things, and then like show a representative, and then they'll post them on social media, and then they'll give you credit. So they all had these little cell phone readers. They would scan your badge. These like little card readers that scan your badge, and it would instantly pop up on this little like makeshift website that they had, whether or not you had gotten credit or not. It was all linked together. It was all seamless. It all just worked. If you wanted to find any 2 places from like where you were to where you needed to be, they have a CES app. It's all powered by Bluetooth, gives you a dotted line of a path of where to go, how many feet you need to go, what signs you should be looking for. When you're driving back to your hotel at night, Google has and Apple, all of them actually, have overlaid all the maps with different map data, all 3D buildings that lay out the roads differently. Like, this town is modern, and this convention is a modern convention in an already existing modern town. And what does that ultimately get you is like the most cutting edge experience you could have. Just experience. Forget the booths, forget any of the trade show stuff. Just everything else leading up to it. How you order food, where the bathrooms are, where water refilling stations are, where the next vendor is. Like, it's all so seamless and beautiful, and it just works. And it's really, really freaking impressive. And then, of course, the actual convention itself is amazing. Beautiful signage, lightage, lots of lighting, massive signs, lots of stuff they're giving away, bags and pens and hats. And I wasn't really here for that. I didn't see anything that like blew me away, like, I got to have this. One company was giving away skateboards. Apparently, but I didn't want to wait. I don't know what I'm going to do with a skateboard. It was like a little mini skateboard. I don't know how to skate. I saw companies giving away like air tags and different types of headphones and like whatever. It's like, if you want to go for stuff, you can. I obviously went for work, a little different purpose. I was pleasantly surprised by some of the smaller business vendors I saw, and I'd like to believe that the work side of this was actually a good trip. But I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm a tech guy. You know, you've seen my channel. You know what I'm into. And there was some really cool stuff that was like, wow, that's really impressive. The only thing I would say, like I said, the cautionary tale is not everything has to have AI, just because like I don't need an AI cell phone charger. Just charge my flipping phone. Like, don't give me a report on it. Just charge it. I'll lift it up and look at it to see how much it is. I think that's the big problem I have is a lot of these vendors, you know, like you have the Samsung smart home, you have the Sony smart home, you have all these like knockoff brand smart homes. It's a lot of proprietary stuff. And the person in me who deals with, you know, longevity and sustainment, I'm like, I don't want proprietary and I don't want AI. So I'm hoping that maybe next year this cools off. Although from what everybody's told me, AI is just ramping up even more. So I guess if you buy a pair of AI glasses or an AI hearing aid or an AI t-shirt, let me know what your experience with that has been. That's not something I'm going to get, but I'll be back at CES again tomorrow and through the rest of the week. Like I said, I probably won't do a video every day because it's a lot. I mean, I'm exhausted. I think I've been up like 20 hours because I'm all screwed up. East time, Central time, walking around. I think I walked like 33,000 steps today. It's like 14 miles or some stupid thing. Like, I need to just go to bed. But I wanted to collect my thoughts and put them here because I thought it was important to talk about. And I think it is good to appreciate industry. And I think it is good to, you know, experience what could be a potential future. And I like to believe that some of the videos I do here maybe somehow shape that. Maybe somebody sees this and says, you know what, we really don't need AI earrings. He's right. I'd be okay with that. All right, everyone. That's it for me. I got a long day tomorrow, a long day Thursday, a long day Friday, and a long flight home. So I'm going to wrap this one up. But thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.